Durk is coming home, man. Durk is coming home. I know that's what you want to hear, and I'm here to say it to you, okay? I'm going to tell you everything that you want to hear in this video, and I'm going to read all of the comments that have been absolutely trashing me for my last video. Look, I'm going to just keep it very real with you, okay? I just want to make a few things very clear. Okay, this channel, this is my second channel. This has always been my unscripted channel where I share my opinions. I while out, I do funny stuff. I used to buy rappers merch. If you've really been locked in with the channel for a long time, you'll know years and years and years ago, one of the first things that I did on this channel was I bought a bunch of merch from Pooh Shiesty and got scammed, and I didn't get any of the actual merch that I ordered. Okay, and that was a whole thing. Right, and I think I did end up victorious in that, and I did get my money back for that. But anyway, this channel has always been a little bit of a laugh to me. It's always been a place for me to share my opinions. Now, a lot of people really haven't been feeling my opinions lately, and that's okay. Okay, I'm entitled to my opinion. You're entitled to yours, and I love a discussion. That's why, even though these things that I'm going to be looking at today in this video are going to be unflattering and I'm probably going to hurt my feelings a little bit, I just try and keep it real with you guys. I just try and show you exactly what I'm feeling about things, exactly like why I feel certain things are happening and what my opinions are. That's what it's all about, okay? The whole point of this channel is to be a personal place for me to be honest with you guys, share my opinion, do my thing while out. Low effort content. People saying, oh, you're making slop on this channel. Well, I'd make like very, very detailed, like very effort, time intensive content on my main channel. Like, I don't feel like slop is really a fair word, but it's like, bro, let me just cook on this channel. Like, I'm just cooking up, like, having fun, just pressing record, giving my opinion, reacting to some stuff. Like, it really isn't that deep. But some people have taken things very, very much to heart. And I think today, I'm just going to try and give you guys what you want to hear, okay? Durk's coming home, all right? They've got no evidence on him. They're just this just all made up. Everything's just made up. You know, nothing bad has ever happened to Quando Rondo in his life. He's just been riding off into the sunset ever since King Von passed away. And, you know, Lil Durk is simultaneously not responsible for any crimes whatsoever, but also he's also the baddest, most scary, you know, demonic head honcho of all the gangs in Chicago. Okay, there you go. Like, you can have it. Okay. He's coming home, right? He's coming home, and he's going to catch 1 million bodies when he comes home, and then we're also going to pretend those bodies don't exist. That's what we're going to do, okay? So look, I dropped a video 12 hours ago, okay? I've literally gone to sleep, woken up, and got straight back to it for you guys, all right? So, you know, you can't say I'm not grinding. Durk's lawyers expose snitches for lying. Now, a lot of people were upset about this video. I said a few things in this video that pissed people off. I basically said... I'll show you what I said. You probably saw it, but if you didn't see it, I'll show you what I said. Because I said at the start, look, it's my opinion. It's always been my opinion that Durk's cooked. This isn't me, and we're going to get to the comments, but this isn't me saying, I hate Lil Durk. You're going to see all the comments. You hate Lil Durk. Nah, man, I've just been following this since it happened. Like, I've been following King Von's career closely before he died. The day that he died, knew exactly what was going on. I was tapped into everything. I've been following Quando's career for years. Okay, when Lil Pab got killed, I was already very closely following this situation. I followed all the music that Durk dropped ever since from the day that Lil Pab was killed. All right, right up to him getting charged with federal murder for hire charges. I followed everything. I see all the clues, all the breadcrumbs, all the lyrics, all of the self-snitching, all of the IG lives. I've seen all of it, and this is just me giving you my honest opinion. If you don't like it, then fair enough, man. Like, it's just, don't watch. But some people have been really upset by this. So I'll give you a little teaser of just what I said at the start of this video. And this kind of summarizes in a nutshell my feelings on the situation. Fresh, new Lil Durk paperwork. And some people are saying that it's finally looking good for the boy Lil Durk. Now, I've said quite a few times on this channel that I personally think, in my personal, honest, own, personal, just me, not trying to get sued opinion, is that Lil Durk is perhaps cooked. He is perhaps overly cooked. He's perhaps grilled, charbroiled perhaps. But realistically, a lot of people think that I'm capping. A lot of people think I've got the wrong opinion. That's just my personal opinion. I don't want people to get the wrong idea and think that I'm telling you for a fact 100,000%. If it's not true, if I'm lying, I'm dying. That's just my opinion. A lot of people think that Lil Durk is going to beat this, and one of those people is my guy, Seti Nash. Shout out to Seti Nash. So shout out to Seti Nash, but this isn't a video about him, okay? This is about all of the people that really just want to be told that Durk is coming home. And right now, I don't feel like we've got the evidence. I don't feel like we've got the information. I don't feel like anybody can really, in good conscience, in good faith, say, yeah, Durk's coming home. People are on my case for saying that Durk's cooked, and I personally think that because of the evidence that I've seen and also just following this story so closely for years, 5 years plus, really at this point, because I was digging into King Von back in 2019, before a lot of you had even heard of me, okay, I was already digging into this situation. That's just, all right, That's just my opinion. So look, we're gonna get into the comments, okay? I could just tell you guys what you wanted to hear. I could probably run it up. I could probably do more numbers, make more money, just telling you guys what you want to hear, saying that Durk's coming home, like it's all gonna be good, nothing wrong ever happened. They got no evidence. Oh, they got no evidence. That's what I keep seeing. Like, oh, the feds basically they got nothing on it. They got nothing on him, and I keep pointing out things that they have on him, but people don't like to hear that. But look, the comments absolutely ruined me in this, and I'm just gonna keep it well. I'm just gonna keep it real, okay? They're saying all of the Lil Durk D riders. Well, ain't that the pot calling the kettle black? TLR pretty much a cock holster at this point, and I assume they're talking about for Youngboy. All right, just because I'm a fan of Youngboy and I've followed the situation closely. Okay, people are saying I'm basically saying the Lil Durk D riders all want to hear and be told and just be regurgitated that just Durk's coming home and just none of this evidence matters and just the fact. Anyway, I'm going to try and be positive in this video, okay? But people basically saying, bro's riding YB like he wants to be his next baby mama. I ain't going to lie. Being YB's baby mama is probably more lucrative than what I'm doing now, and I ain't going to lie. Like, that's probably true. They're saying he's legit been saying Durk is cooked the entire time these videos came out. What are you talking about? People saying that's irrelevant to him being a wang rider. They're not really understanding, right? People saying, look, I'm the only blogger keeping the situation real just because he ain't lying to you like everybody else about Durk's situation and you don't like it. They're saying, how is he riding YB by keeping it real? You want him to be like every other blog saying Durk's just coming home so they get fans. They're saying Durk's in a box eating noodles and Youngboy is making $2 million a show. I did think that was interesting. People saying, I don't know about none of that. I F with TLR heavy for a while now, but he's been meat riding YB for sure. Okay, people saying, I was saying the same thing every time he said it. All he does is peddle the nuts of top 5 and press along with the others. It's funny, right? Because it's like you be saying, oh, you're picking sides. Well, I rock with top 5 and I rock with Presto, and they got a crazy beef going on. Like, I like Durk's music. I like Von's music. I like Youngboy's music. But really, right now, Youngboy is a better role model for everything that's going on, really. But we're going to see it, right? So this dude doesn't want Durk to get out. Not going to lie. It's clear to see. It's like, it's not that I don't want Durk to get out, but it's like, if Durk is actually waging murder for hires in the streets that are then getting innocent people killed, Lil Pab was innocent. Just because he was on, just because Lil Pab was on a clubhouse making fun of Lil Durk's friends and saying that their breath stinks and they got bad teeth, that doesn't mean he deserved to die. They were trying to kill Quando Rondo, and Lil Pab had nothing to do with that situation. He wasn't even there when King Von got killed. So it's like, this dude don't want Lil Durk to get... It's not that I don't like Lil Durk. I don't like This Ain't What You Want. You know, Almost Healed was a bad album. I want to see him do life. Nah, man. It's just like, bro, like... You're allegedly out here doing murder for hire and innocent... Lil Pab's mum needs some justice for her son. Lil Pab wasn't there when King Von died. What, Lil Pab made fun of somebody on Clubhouse so he deserves to die? And, like, the guy allegedly who made it happen is, like, we just got to let him go because he makes good music. So I think he's just being real. People are always mad when the truth is literally in your face. You think he wrote the indictment. People are actually acting like I wrote the indictment. I'm just reading it, okay? Because then, if I'm really being honest, this is nothing much to go on saying Durk is getting out or he's cooked. But TLR really are fed. They think I wrote the indictment. It's flattering, but honestly, I didn't. He's bringing up info that even the feds may have not considered. He spent too much time around 6ix9ine. Too much? I spent 4 hours around him just last week. Like, that's fresh off the presses. What do you mean too much time? Like, I just met the guy, but okay, it's okay. I'm just going to take the criticism. I'm going to let it wash over me, okay? Because I keep it real. All right, I keep it real. I'm guessing he doesn't mess with Durk as much as he does Von. People saying, bro, the feds definitely consider it. They have over 95% conviction, plus it's the government, which is unlimited funds, plus they have evidence Durk hasn't even seen. Once all that, plus the guy that's telling, come on, do the math, Durk is fried. I mean that with all good respect. So what? Durk is not a good person. Damn, so if Durk's fried, how long will he be in there? People saying, you are officially Durk's biggest hater. People saying, I was thinking this watching the entire video. I said, I'm starting to realize a lot of people want bro to stay locked up so bad. It's not that we want him to stay locked up. Like, I don't want Durk to stay locked up. I don't like, oh, Lil Durk's just annoying. Like, oh, I just want him to be locked up for fun. Like, we can't have a society where you just pull up and just shoot because you're trying to kill somebody over a beef and someone who has nothing to do with the beef gets killed. And we just say, Your Honor, like, look, they killed Lil Pab. Lil Pab had nothing to do with King Von's murder. And Lil Pab had his own case separately of the whole car theft ring or something that was going on that people want to just... So you've robbed Lil Pab's family of their child or their relative. He had nothing to do with the King Von situation. You robbed the people that Lil Pab had... Lil Pab never killed anyone as far as I know, but he had outstanding situations that he needed to have resolved. You robbed all those people of the justice. But, like, Your Honor, ma'am, like, we was trying to slide for Von. Like, the judge is going to, like, bang the gavel and just be like, man... he got in there, he did what he's supposed to do, man. You know what I'm saying? They was trying to slide for Von. Like, we just got to let it go. No, man. It's like, it's not that we want Durk to be locked up. Like, I want a society that abides by laws. Like, just because I love drill music and I study drill music artists, that doesn't mean that I want gang war to be prevalent across the streets all over America or the UK. Like, we need justice, man. Like, you can't do this. I'm sorry, but like, you can't do this. You know what I mean? I'm going to say something crazy right now. Let's say instead of a murder for hire, it was 3 counts of grape. Would you be saying, a lot of people just want Durk to stay locked up so bad, man? Like, no, it would be a whole different story, man. And maybe it wouldn't. A lot of you guys would still be defending him, but it's like, in a society, man, we need rules. We need law and order. You can't just pop out of the Beverly Center and just spray everyone up and then just, well, you know, he was on Clubhouse. He was on Clubhouse making fun of Lil Varney's teeth. So it's okay that he died, man. Like, it's cool. We didn't get Quando. We slid for Von. You didn't slide for Von. You killed a guy who had nothing to do with it. Or I guess you killed one of his mans. You killed his cousin. Like, we can't live in a society where that's happening, man. And that's no disrespect to Durk, bro. Like, we can't have that. You all love King Von, but like, King Von, if he didn't pass away, he would have been facing trial for all of those murders, and that would have been the right thing. Like, really, Lil Tim didn't create that situation, but taking Von's life, that robbed some people of their opportunity at justice too. So anyway, I'm going to keep going with these comments, man. I'm just trying to keep it very real with you, okay? Because I just feel like I want to educate everybody on why I think all of this sentiment here is actually very misguided. And I don't feel like you should really just like, I just feel like everybody just needs to simmer down a little bit and just understand. They're saying if he beats this, he needs to slide for Von. That's crazy. It says, I mean, you didn't really slide for Von, did you? You killed someone that had nothing to do with the situation. It says, bring back the old, funny, non-clout chasing TLR. Now, I feel like if I was clout chasing, I would just tell you guys Durk's going to be home. And I did tell you that joshingly in this video, but it's like, I don't know. I've noticed in a lot of these comments, there's other comments here. It's like, bring back the old, funny, non-clout chasing TLR. Now, I feel like I had to stop making jokes when I started covering more of the murders and more of the gang warfare, which I feel like was something I was just personally interested in. It didn't seem funny to me. It didn't seem worthy of cracking jokes like I used to do. And, you know, I did a video on Meek Mill and Diddy recently that unfortunately got taken down. But that was a much more humorous, funny little video with loads of jokes in it. But, you know, I digress. I feel like I'm just trying to be honest, you know, bring back the old funny non-clout. Like, what would you like me to do a video where I just make fun of Durk, like, and how he's going to be spending all of, you know, how he potentially could be spending 30 years in jail? Like, I could come up with a bunch of little jokes about what he's going to be eating in the commissary. Like, you guys wouldn't like that either, you know. And I'm just trying to be real, give you guys my honest opinion in this situation. But yeah, there was a bunch of stuff here. You know, people were saying I watched him change the title 3 times. New paperwork changed everything. Might be coming home exposed snitches. This is why your comment section's turning against you. But wait a minute. It's called YouTube A/B testing. It's a program that YouTube offers where you can try different titles and thumbnails and use whichever ones get the most engagement. This is common knowledge. Anyone for half a brain anyway. I often do ABC test titles, thumbnails. I did it with not every single video, but I do it with a lot of videos. And you know what I'm saying? It's really not a big deal. People are really just looking for any excuse to come at me right now. And I think it's just because I'm just not being honest. This is a perfect example of why like this aren't expected. I think you meant accepted, buddy. You need to get yourself a dictionary out. In our culture, he gets on here and discredits Durk's innocence, but does a 4-hour stream praising 6ix9ine. SMH, it's sad. Like, what do you mean discredits Durk's innocence? I feel like, what innocence? Like, I didn't write this. I'm telling you, you guys, I know that you guys think that I'm the feds. I did not write this indictment. I did not write this indictment, bro. I'm reading it. I'm reacting to it. I'm giving my opinion. Like, I didn't. You're acting like I wrote the indictment, bro. And it's like, this is why you're not accepted in our culture. You get on here and discredit Durk's innocence, but do a 4-hour stream praising 6ix9ine. I didn't necessarily praise 6ix9ine, but I feel like 6ix9ine hasn't necessarily done the harm to the community that Lil Durk has done. I'm sorry. It seemed like he was really getting extorted by gang members, and they kind of slipped up by letting him in the fold. But anyway, that's fine. Now this is facts. When Durk gets free, I'm going to need witness protection. That is facts, okay? Because everybody's saying Durk's coming home. All right, everyone's saying Durk's coming home. So when Durk comes home, I am going to need witness protection. But hang on a minute, like. But if Durk's innocent and he doesn't murder people, then why am I going to need witness protection, right? Because you guys telling me that Durk never did nothing, he's innocent. So I don't need to worry about him, right? Like, if he didn't do nothing, right? Like, what? You saying I need witness protection? What? Because because he might murder for hire me because so I might need witness protection because he'd be doing the, okay, yeah, you want to have it both ways. Okay. Saying Durk gonna beat this case, man. Fair play if that's what you want to feel. Fair play. Shout out to Trenches News. He gave the same update. I went through the whole paperwork. And again, it's like, it's a little bit tiring because it's like, look, I just gave you guys a full 50-minute breakdown. I read the entire indictment to you with specific notes. I read the indictment first on my own. I wrote notes on everything so that you could understand and digest everything in there. I broke it down for you line by line. Like, I'm just doing my best to actually break down this paperwork. But I feel like a lot of you would probably rather just have people on Instagram just lie to you about the paperwork. I read the entire paperwork. And you know what I mean? I read the entire paperwork, but you read like a extract on Twitter of half a page, and you feel like, just lie to me. Like, just tell me what I want to hear. I'm really sorry, right? And even if it loses me fans, like, I've always kept it real. I've always been factual. They're saying it sounds like he wants Durk to lose just to be right. I don't. And I actually said in this video several times, depending on what the state submit next is going to make a huge difference. And if they can't actually provide any of these things that they say they have, how Durk offered a bounty for the murder for hire, when he offered that bounty, and what direction he gave to other people to do this murder for hire, if they can't offer that, like I said, I feel like I'm going to start to feel like maybe he is going to beat this. But at the same time, I feel like this motion on its own isn't beating anything. This motion is basically an ultimatum. It's basically saying, show your cards, show me what you got. All right, show me what you got. And if the state can't show what they got, then I'm going to start saying, hang on a minute. You said you had this, but then you didn't have this. Because as far as I'm taking the state on their word that they have this, that, and the other, and I'm combining that with the fact that I've been following this story for 5 years, listening to every song, every lyric, every social media post, and I'm thinking it sounds like, based on Durk's own statements that I've heard for 5 years straight, and what the state's saying in their indictment, that they're going to be able to prove this. But if Durk, and for shout out to Durk's lawyer, if Durk's lawyer basically says, look, show your cards, we need to know what you have, and the state basically can't, then I'm probably gonna start saying maybe Durk is coming home. But at this stage, I was just keeping it honest with you guys, okay? And saying it does sound like Durk wants to lose, just to be right. Well, if Vonnie was the link due to the jet, then Vonnie must be taking the stand to testify the conversation. Lol, make it make sense, dude. And if Vonnie was taking the stand, they would say they had a witness to take the stand to clarify it. Now, look. A lot of people want to make these statements. It's like, if Vonnie was the link due to the jet, then Vonnie must be taking the stand to testify the conversation. Not necessarily. I think if you were investigating somebody for murder for hire, okay, the murder hadn't happened yet, but okay, let's just say, all right, I'm just going to play devil's advocate. I think if you were investigating someone like Lil Durk, who has been involved in gang situations, maybe the pilot was listening to their conversation, maybe the airplane was bugged, maybe there's not going to be anything from the jet, or maybe there's going to be some messages. Like, I don't know, okay, and we want the state to reveal these things, but it's like, again, it's like people are just kind of being like, oh, there's absolutely no way. If Vonnie was taking the stand, they know we'd have it. It's like there's a bunch of different people that are taking the stand, and it's like Vonnie might have told somebody that Durk told him to do something. Like Vonnie was there buying things, giving them to other people. They're saying, damn, Traplaw Ross must really hate Durk, yet he loves Presser, top 5, 4 extra NBA. Quite interesting. I wonder why such vitriol for a human being is wild. Now, aside from the NBA, it's just like, Durk's the only one that's facing federal murder for hire charges currently, and, some people are saying Durk's cooked, all right, huge news for the unemployed, that is true. They're saying I repeated the same things 15 times in a row about the government not showing the public the jury. Yes, because that is true, and it was relevant a bunch of times. They're saying Didi was already getting verses since he beat a body a while back. It's the other guys who, if they got a verse, would be suspicious. They're saying, I wonder what y'all going to do for content when all these rappers you're trying to play feds on go and get convicted. There's always going to be something to talk about, man. They're saying this dude wants to be from America so bad, his attempts at using our slang is cringe AF. Look, I'm just being me, man, all right? So, it's like, why? Nah, that's not really relevant, okay? But basically, they're saying the defense is saying, show more evidence or Durk should be outside like Young and Ace since there's no evidence linking the bounty. And I agree, like, show us the evidence. So they're saying, look at some of the cases that Lil Durk's lawyer Drew Findling has won. I would bet my house that Lil Durk beats this case. I want your house, man. Like, bruh, I would not bet my house that Lil Durk is going to beat this case. I'm really sorry, but, like, I would not bet my house on that, okay? And I'm just saying, like, all right, there's more. They're saying, I'm biased as F. When Lil Durk beats this, stay on that side, all right? Also, being on a plane together is not solid evidence. The feds ain't showing solid evidence because they expect one of the defendants to switch. They're saying, you're trying your hardest to make the prosecution's case for them. You're an arc. I'm just reading the paperwork. All right, I'm just reading the paperwork. So, look, anyway, okay. I feel like there is basically a sort of weird thing going on at the moment where it's just like everybody just wants to be told Durk's going to beat this and Durk's coming home. That's just not my personal belief, but it's no disrespect. I think if the state can't provide a good comeback to this paperwork, then I will feel inclined to believe that Durk has a better chance of beating this. Now, if from there, Durk's lawyer snaps back with some even more like kind of difficult ultimatums for the state to provide things, and if the state can't provide them, then I'm going to start thinking maybe Durk's going to beat this. But it's like, I said in the last video, like, I'm feeling like I was a 95% sure that Durk was going to lose, which is the same as the federal conviction rate. I've not plucked that number out of the sky. After this paperwork, I was feeling like maybe I'm a 90%, like the state's going to have to come back and seal this up. If the state don't come back with something solid, I said I'm going to probably go down to an 80% sure that Durk's going to lose. Now, again, this could go down and down and down, and before you know it, I might be thinking, yo, maybe Durk is coming home, but I haven't seen anything. I'm always going to keep it honest with you guys as my audience. I'm never going to fold under pressure to just say what people want for clout, and I feel like you guys need to just understand that, like, the reason that I do this, like, I do this for me, really. Like, I do this for me to share my opinions. It's a way for me to basically, look, I'll keep it real. This is a way for me to just monetize my opinions. How I'm feeling, how I woke up today feeling. This was on my mind. I saw the comments when I woke up and I was like, okay, let me address that. Let me talk about that. And yeah, I'm gonna get paid for reacting to my comments, right? Hey, listen, don't hate because I can just talk about what I feel like and get paid for it. But it's not about the money. It's about, this is a forum for me to express myself, to express how I feel, and I'm always going to be honest with you. I'm not going to pop out and say Lil Durk's coming home if I don't actually believe he's coming home. Even if one of the A/B tests on this title is that Durk is coming home, because I'm going to troll you guys for a little bit of engagement, and basically just the theme of this video is telling you guys what you want to hear. But anyway, look, I hope you found that interesting. I'm really excited to read the comments under this video. Possibly going to get roasted to death, and you guys are just going to absolutely just go hard at me for hating on Lil Durk and say I'm his biggest hater. Or maybe you guys will understand a little bit of where I'm coming from to just say, like, this is me giving my honest opinion. Like, you're entitled to your honest opinions too, but, like, back it up with something. Like, if you think Durk is coming home and there's no evidence, like, let me know that, because I feel like I've seen some evidence. I feel like there's some stuff there, right? And I still feel like, to me, just personally, that him being on a private jet to Los Angeles on the day that this went down is very, very significant. That really, that detail made me go from really, like, is Durk definitely involved in that, to like, whoa, like, you flew there on a private jet with one of the guys that orchestrated this thing? Okay, like, that's, I'm gonna need to see what else they got on top of that, because that's crazy. Anyway, is what it is, man. I'm gonna come back with some more topics. I hope you found that interesting. I'm never, ever, ever gonna turn down, like, you know, a good back and forth, man. If you guys get in my comments and hate on me, we might have to run it back and I'll react to the comments in this video. Let me know what you think down below, man. Maybe you're going to get some understanding. I don't have any personal vendetta against Durk, but, like, I do have a passion for law and order. Like, as much as I study gangs and I find them interesting, and I enjoy drill music, and I think drill artists are, you know, really incredible examples of overcoming adversity through art, we can't have just, oh, you're allowed to slide for people, and if you miss and hit the next person that had nothing to do with the situation, it's just cool. It's just cool. Think about your brother, your sister, your mother. If somebody did that, it's your mum just got killed. The police knock on your door and they say, I'm really sorry to inform you, your mother has been shot in the head in broad daylight in a busy street where this should never be allowed to happen. Wow, what happened? Someone was trying to slide on the ops, and they nearly got them, and they're coming home because it's cool. That's all cool. That's fine. Absolutely not, man. Just to actually put yourself in those shoes, it's not cool. It's not a civilized society. We love Durk's music. I'm a huge fan of Durk's music. All my life, they've been trying to hold me down, but we can't allow this behavior if that's what happened. Okay, so I'm excited to see the evidence. I'll see you there. Peace.